Hello everyone, this is Admiral Playerovski bringing you Atlantic Fleet, Battle of the Atlantic, continued as Britain. If you enjoy this type of content, leave a like and subscribe. We are in week 3 of October 1941 and we have been pushed down, despite resisting very strongly, down to 7 squares on the tonnage wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's... after a fairly long period of the Germans not making much progress at all, they're making a lot of progress very quickly. That's not good. We don't like that. We don't want them to make progress. We want them to give up, surrender. Or maybe not give up, just leave us alone, I guess. Right, we have our first engagement straight away in the Labrador Sea, week 3 of October 1941. That looks like snow to me. It's snowing. The destroyer Boreas has come under attack in the morning from the submarine U-250. U-250 with the initiative. That is very much snow, I believe. Right, where are the torpedoes? Come on, they have fired them. I could see them. Don't even tell me that no torpedoes have been fired. Oh right. Alright, so flank and harbor port basically gets rid of all of them, as far as we're concerned. Would I be correct to assume that? Ooh, not necessarily. Come on, we can't lose the destroyer though. That could clip the stern if we're not careful. We'll do a corrective turn to starboard now, 15 degrees. That sends us clear of the torpedoes. 5,200 yards away. No action. Right, well it's my turn now. Hard to starboard. Stand by the torpedo tubes. 4,500. Very simple. Drop and splash in. They've sent 4 torpedoes our way. I'll only send 1 torpedo your way, but you'll know when it arrives. You'll know when it arrives. So, yeah. So that's U-250 sunk. No more harassing convoys in the Labrador Sea for you. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Boreas received no damage. On the German side, the submarine U-250 was sunk for 800 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 800. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 800 were now earned. United Kingdom warship strikes mine. Destroyer Delight receives medium damage in week 3 of October 1941. Guys, can we please be careful with this? I know that they've put minefields out there and all, but seriously? Could we please be a bit more careful? United Kingdom submarine attacks by enemy aircraft. U-513 receives medium damage. That's good. That's also in week 3 of October 1941. Right, let's have a look. It was the Delight with medium damage. Alright, main spotter, main radar destroyed. Our UK fleet is not looking so strong. I'd best bring the Defender back, bring the Beagle back, and bring the Boreas back to the North Atlantic. How is the Exeter doing? 5 turns still. Alright. Oh, goodness me! In the Faroe Islands in week 3.5 of October 1941, in sunny weather, the destroyer Defender has come under attack in the afternoon from 3 German U-boats, U-524, U-526 and U-530. The subs have the initiative. Well, here we go. This will be tough, won't it? Not good. What we need to do, I know this is hard, but we need to survive this initial barrage of 12 torpedoes heading straight for us. And I believe we have a sandwich of doom on our hands. What's a sandwich of doom, I hear you say? Well, this is the bread. The destroyer is the filling, and that's the other piece of bread. It's a sandwich of doom. And they fired them in such a way that I basically can't avoid any of them. I mean, I can't avoid all of them. I can avoid some of them, but not all of them. Usually I'd say backwards and harder port, but that torpedo is going to hit us if we try that. So what I'm going to say is I'll go flank and harder port, and hopefully we've got hopefully we've got at least one aircraft that we can use to potentially do at least some damage to them. Alright, stop! Right, there we go. How's that looking? It's not looking too bad actually. From these two. We might survive a sandwich of doom then. And we have one depth charge bomber as well. Alright. So let's sink who? Who do we sink? Seeing as all the submarines have already fired their torpedoes, there's no one submarine that's a huge threat. Although I do believe we'll go for you. Or should we not? Because my thinking is we're going forwards anyway, so we're going to encounter this submarine anyway. This one will be close by. It's a difficult decision really, isn't it? But you know what? I've changed my mind, I'll go for this one instead. Because this one's fired its torpedoes already anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right, let's send in the depth charge bomber. That way we've got at least one success. It may not be what we want to see, just one submarine sunk, but that way it's not a complete obliteration, and that way their forces are somewhat weakened as well. Good, so that's U-524 sunk. Now hold your breath. We survived part one of the initial barrage. Unfortunately, we still have to keep going at exactly this type of course, because if we don't, we run into either this or this. And this submarine is 3,200 yards away. And now that I think about it, I should have used my depth charge bomber on this one here, because this is going to be point blank range now. I'm going to go backwards though, and sort of try and maybe do a little bit of a thing, maybe, possibly. Can I run in front of this submarine? In front of this torpedo, I'm thinking. Because hard to stop it, by the time we get the port side out, we're going to be in front of this, but this is kind of almost already pointing there. I mean, it's a risk we have to take, really, isn't it? Because otherwise we're getting slapped immediately after. Yeah, that's not a good angle. Nope. You can't have that, unfortunately. We're not too far away though, so if they hold for one more turn, Maybe we could do it then. So they've disappeared. We don't care about those anymore. No action. No action, right. Right, we're alright then, I think. I would say that we're very much alright. Let's do a 15-degree turn to port this time then. Stand by the torpedo tubes. A very close range drop and splash. Is this a one-shot kill deal or not? They're saying it is. Just to be extra sure, I will put 2 torpedoes in the water. I have to be sure. Like, there's no way I can chance it. Now you see, that's interesting. That is very interesting. I was entirely correct to put 2 torpedoes in the water, because the one that they suggested, the 70.31, missed. It would have missed. It would have still been here, and that would have been the end of me. Interesting how that works out, isn't it? Like I said, when it comes down to situations like this, you have to play it as safe as possible. Although you could say that, well, if you'd have used your depth charge bomber on this submarine as opposed to the other one, you wouldn't have this problem. That's true, that was a mistake on my part. But it's not going to be a mistake that will cost us the ultimate prize, which is losing the ship. It is something that we need to keep in mind though, because one day it could cost us a ship. Right, I'd like to think we're close enough now that we can do a drop and splash on that submarine as well. Well, we seem to be 4,600 is, broadly speaking, in the range of a 2-turn shot. No action from U-526. Here comes our last torpedo, hopefully for this engagement. Oh, there they are. Which it was, yes. U-526 has been sunk. Well, that's a very successful engagement, I would say. Action report. On the British side, the destroyed Defender miraculously received no damage. On the German side, the submarines U-524, U-526 and U-530 were sunk for 1,032 tons each. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 3,096. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0, 3,096 were now earned. And we are taken straight into the West Sargasso Sea, an area where I put destroyers because there was convoy traffic here. So finally, in a way, decision has been somewhat vindicated, I'd say, at least somewhat. We're in week 3.5 of October 1941 in mostly sunny weather. The destroyers Brilliant and Vanity, who were escorting a convoy consisting of a merchant ship C3 freighter, T2 tanker, C2 freighter and large freighter. This formation has come under attack from the submarine U-516 in the morning, U-516 with the initiative. So torpedoes fired at my destroyer, it would seem. Meanie. At least I'm not going for the merchants, because the warships, they're fast, they're manoeuvrable. They don't have any air support, but nevertheless, you know, not looking extremely bad. Oh gosh, what do we do here then? Vanity? Any ideas perhaps? Not that I can think of particularly. Yeah, this doesn't look very good for us. I think the only thing we can do really is go... This is such a horrible way to do it though. This is because they're so close together, and I know that we won't get ahead of this one here, so we can't just go forwards. We can't go backwards because we'll still go forwards. I think the best thing I can think to do is just go maybe backwards and harder port. No, it's going to have to be flank. Here goes. Have we done it? I think we may have done it. Right, C3 freighter, you desperately need to get out of the way as well. As best as you can, please. You are... yeah, you go flank at harder port as well. Flank, harder port. No, I'm going to do individual ones, even though I probably am. I am somewhat tempted to just say all of you move harder port. But, yeah. Right, so no action from U516. There's been plenty of action already from you. Maybe we can do a drop and splash already, though. Yes, we can. Well, I mean, we could have done one earlier, but I meant one with high chance of success. So ironically enough, the destroyer that was further away at the start is the one that's actually going to deliver the torpedo. Because there's no way we're going to do anything here. Like, even if we go down to 1/3 speed and try and turn back around, we're at 5,000, so there's no point. We're too far away here. Alright, I think we're safe. Everyone else can just go harder port again. I use the move all function with torpedoes in the area. Ooh, just about managed to escape. Here we go. Good. That's U516 sunk. Action report. On the British side, the destroyers Brilliant and Vanity received no damage, and all the merchant ships, the C3 freighter, T2 tanker, C2 freighter and large freighter received no damage as well. On the German side, the submarine U516 was sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 1,032. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0, 1,032 renown earned. United Kingdom, submarine attacked by enemy aircraft. U532, the submarine U532 has received medium damage in week 3.5 of October 1941. Right, well, is it time to end things here? Let's see. I'll have a look now. Well, as it turns out, I was being a little bit silly. We're only 18 minutes into the episode, so we can do a little bit more. We have an engagement in the United Kingdom in week 4 of October 1941 in mostly sunny weather. The damaged destroyers, Delight with medium, Duncan with light, and Fraser with medium, have come under attack at dawn from the submarine U529. U529 with the initiative. Oh, that's interesting. No aircraft. Maybe the aircrews aren't awake yet. All the aircrews are busy fighting the war on the Eastern Front. I'm guessing the Germans invade Russia in this timeline still. I mean, we don't get an official message to say that that's happened. Then again, we don't get an official message to say that they invade Poland, and as we know, the campaign started in 1939, which implies that Poland was very much invaded. Oh well, I don't know. I'm guessing the Emperors are busy on the Eastern Front. Right, nice and simple and quick. Action report on the British side. The destroyer Delight ends with medium damage, the destroyer Duncan ends with light damage, and the destroyer Fraser ends with medium damage. On the German side, the submarine U-529 is sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 1,032. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 1,032 renown earned. United Kingdom Axis bombers attacked the naval base at Liverpool and Portsmouth, causing light damage. Current repairs delayed by 2 turns in week 4 of October 1941. That's where the German aircraft were. They were prepping for this attack. Right, we're in November of 1941. 1 more month until the Americans join. And we have temporarily got back a square on the tonnage war. How long will it last for? I'm guessing we'll get a message now saying they've sunk 100,000 tons and it's going to take it away. I mean, obviously I don't want that to happen, but something tells me that that probably sort of will happen. Right, I don't want my destroyers to be damaged all the time. But they all still have torpedoes. I'll take a gamble and put the defender in for a quick rearm. Quick rearm, you say? Not if Axis bombers have anything to say about it. Right, another engagement. North Atlantic, week 0.5 of November 1941. Sunny weather, the destroyer Boreas with no damage and the destroyer Saint Laurent with light damage have come under attack at noon from the submarines U-269 and U-528. The 2 subs have the initiative. So no action from U-269, U-528 with torpedoes, and they look really close. Not point blank range close, but close enough that I get concerned. I'll go backwards and harder starboard just so that I'm facing them already. Hopefully we don't get in front of the other torpedo. Oh, careful now, careful. But no, this one's going to be... No, this one... No, we're alright, we're alright. Can we do a drop and splash? Oh, we can as well. Oh, well, that's nice. We've already got the both the angle and the distance. Right, you fired 4, I'll fire 1. Let's see who ends up doing better. 5,700. So you go harder port and try and make your way over to the other submarine. Too far away to fire for my liking, so we'll hold fire for now. And there we go. In between the torpedoes we sail. As for you, yeah, that's not gone quite as well for you. My 1 torpedo has very much ended you. Good. We can now go back up to flank. Another hard turn to starboard, and we can start focusing on this submarine over there, which is about, well, it looks like 11,290 million billion trillion miles away. Let's go harder port yet again. I'm getting closer. See, now why does this torpedo carry on? Like, is there some sort of secret British ship over there that could get hit? I don't know. Well, maybe there is. Maybe the Rodney has secretly slipped out of port and has just made its way here without me knowing. In which case I'll have some questions. Now Rodney's still in Scalper Flow. Right, 1 more drop and splash, and that should end the remaining submarine. U-269. Right, that's U-269 sunk. We can finish the engagement off here. Action report. On the British side, the destroyer Boreas received no damage. The destroyer Saint Laurent ends with light damage. On the German side, the submarine U-269 was sunk for 800 tons. The submarine U-528 was sunk for 1,032 tons. Nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side, 1,832. Merchant ship tons sunk on the German side, 0. 1,832 renown earned. Again in week 0.5 November 1941, in the East Sargasso Sea this time, in mostly sunny weather, we have another engagement. The destroyers Imogen and Vanquisher, who were escorting a convoy of merchant ships C3 freighters, a large freighter and a Liberty freighter, have come under attack at noon from the submarine U-230, U-230 with the initiative. Oh no, my destroyers are all the way down there. Right, we're going to have to use gunfire, it seems, because we're so far away from them. Honestly, 9,000 yards away. That's miles away. We will have to use 15.7 as the suggested elevation that we will fire at for this turn. The wind is quite strong as well, so we'll go about here then. Shoot! Oh, at least we've got them on the sonar on the Vanquisher. Only 7,600 yards away. We're practically there then. We're not. Right, we need to use the guns on the Vanquisher as well. Even if we only achieve light damage and they disengage, it's still going to be a victory as long as no convoys are lost. None of the convoy ships are lost. Shoot. That's my thinking. My thinking is if we can, if we can get the convoy away safely, suffer no merchant losses, then in my book that's a victory. Now you're safe, you don't have any torpedoes heading towards you, you've got torpedoes behind you, which, while it's not ideal, is, well, I'd rather have torpedoes behind than in front. Of course they're going for the Liberty freighter. The best thing I can think to do is just go flank and hard ports, but that's not going to be... Bye! No, they're staying afloat. Not that we'll be sinking them anytime soon, because if we were, then that would actually be really good news. It would mean that we could potentially be looking at a situation where we actually managed to save the entire convoy just immediately like that. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. Shoot! 6,000 yards away from the Vanquisher, that's the distance the submarine is at. What were we at last time? Slightly long. Shoot! Oh, that's a bit close. Maybe that causes some underwater damage, perhaps. fine, there we are. Right, I was about to say, I was a little bit worried that the two ships could collide, but nope, no collisions today. What's been hit? Nothing. I mean, you're still here now, but realistically you won't be for much longer, and it's not because I'm gonna, it's just because you're just in such a terrible position that it's just there's just nothing that can be done, is my main point here. There's nothing that can be done. Right, so I'll go down even more this time. I'll go all the way down to 10.5. Even light damage that forces them to run away is a victory in my book. Here. Shoot. Even that. No, that's too far away. Uh, 4,900. Should we or should we not? Usually I wouldn't, but on this occasion I will make an exception and say yes, let's do it. Because if they dive, we still get to have a go at them, only with this time with depth charges. But they can't fire with the Liberty Freighter anymore. So about 8.8 this time. Shoot. Long. Well, that's no good. It's not gone well. C3 freighter can, well, carry on turning, I guess. Run away as fast as you can, even though it's not actually very fast. I'm really sorry, it's just the positioning. The positioning is just really bad. 5,500, I mean, as usual, this is so often the case here, what's going to happen is we're going to do a drop and splash, the U-boat will be sunk, but it'll just be seconds too late for one of our ships, and that's really annoying when that happens, as you can probably imagine. Here it is, drop and splash, but they fired their torpedo first, and well, quite frankly, that torpedo almost hit on this turn. So yeah, not good. Not good, really, if you think about it. Really not good at all. You might think, oh, it's just one ship. Yeah, I know it's just one ship. Unfortunately, it's a very heavy ship. Do I just run into it outright or not? Or do I turn and say that we'll have counter flooding so that way it won't sink? Degree turn instead of try and marry both of them up a bit. Please stay with me. Just a few seconds, please. Hurry now, hurry. Hurry up. Good. Right, this will be a speedy action report. Action report on the British side, the destroyer's Imogen and Vanquisher received no damage. All the merchant ships were safe except for one Liberty Freighter which received light damage. On the German side, the submarine U-230 was sunk for 800 tons, nothing sunk in either category on the British side. Warship tons sunk on the German side 800, merchant ship tons sunk on the German side 0, 800 renown earned. Let's continue on and call that a successful engagement in which we saved all of the merchants. North Baltic Seas, Allied bombers attacked the naval base at Kiel and Wilhelmshaven, causing heavy damage. Current repairs delayed by 4 turns in week 0.5 of November 1941. Good job. Right, now I'll have a look if we can finish the episode, because I do believe it may be time to do so. Right, the video has been going on for about 35 minutes now, so I will end things here. I'll end it on a relatively high note, because we've actually got 8 squares on the tonnage war again, so we've not been knocked down to 7 yet, so I'll finish whilst I'm still ahead on that. It's week 1 of November 1941, 1 month until the Americans join. Let me have a look at the stats. Naval vessel sunk for Britain 29, 121,000 tons. Merchant sunk hasn't gone up, I don't think it has. Or am I just being ridiculous and forgetting merchants that have been sunk already? I do recall it was 4.8 million before as well. Either way, merchants sunk almost 1,300, 4.8 million tons. Naval vessels sunk for Germany is 263, over 550,000 tons, so that's good. Allied merchants sunk per month is 178,000, so we've clawed back, is it about 10,000 tons, thereabouts? Around about 10,000 tons per month has been clawed back so far. We don't quite have a 1-to-9 kill ratio yet, however, if we can sink 8 more, whether that be U-boats or surface ships, for Germany, we will have achieved a 1-to-9 kill ratio. So that's something. Wait, no, we have, don't we? We have, yes, because 29 times 9 is 261, I've just realised. So yes, we do. Oh, well, how about that? That's another good stat. 1-to-9 kill ratio. So they're sinking more of our shipping, but we're sinking more of their U-boats, primarily. Obviously there is occasionally a surface ship here and there, but it's mostly just, you know, an endless stream of U-boats. But anyway, I'll stop wittering on now. That is all from Admiral Playerovski for this video. If you enjoyed the content, if you're enjoying the series, then please do leave a like and subscribe. Share this video and my channel with people who you think might enjoy the content. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.